A cemetery is a community of those who once lived in the active community. Anyone who spends time looking at the historic stones and reading names soon wants to know more about the people themselves. A unique monument honors Robert Van Patten Sr., named the father of Clifton Park, because he built nearly 5,000 homes for many who worked in the state capitol a short distance away. As Van Patten believed in preserving the trees as he constructed his developments, the monument shows a tree with a falling single leaf, perhaps symbolizing his own passing. Another father was James Jones, hotel operator, for whom Jonesville is named. He, his wife, and 4 children lie together in the cemetery. Rocius Kennedy might be considered a different type of father. In 1836, he founded and funded the Jonesville Academy, a junior-senior high school boarding school for about 50 students. He served in the New York State Assembly in 1849, was Clifton Park supervisor in 1858, and founded with 5 other Methodist men the non-denominational Jonesville Cemetery in 1864. Kennedy passed away in 1874. Another family draws our attention as these parents suffered great loss. Note all 4 of their children passed in infancy. The Beers family suffered a similar loss. Dr. John McElroy, a well-known country doctor, began his career in Jonesville in 1894 and practiced medicine there for over 60 years. He was known to generations of Jonesville patients, hundreds of whom he brought into this world. Nearby is McElroy Road, named after his family. 2 stones stand side by side, just as the 2 people once had shared the same neighborhood. Nancy Ann Slate told her mother as they drove by the cemetery that she would one day have a spot under the trees. When Nancy passed at the age of 13, the family honored her wishes. For 50 years he preached the word effectively, and a crown of immortality is his reward. I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. Those are the words which appear on the Reverend J.B. Stratton monument in the Jonesville Cemetery. He once served as the pastor of the Jonesville Methodist Church, and as noted on his stone, his was the first interment in the Jonesville Cemetery. An older stone honors the memory of Catherine Harris Porter, who passed in 1841 at the age of 19. The family expressed their feelings concerning her passing in a lengthy eulogy unique to the cemetery. Take, holy earth, all that my soul holds dear. Take that best gift which heaven so lately gave. To mercy's font I bore with trembling care her faded form. She bound to taste its wear, and died. Does youth, does beauty rode the line? Does sympathetic fear their breast alarm? Speak, dead Catherine. Breathe a strain divine. Even from the grave thou shalt have power to charm. Bid them be chaste, be innocent like thee. Bid them in duty's sphere as meekly move. And if, as fair from vanity, as free, as firm in friendship, and as fond in love. Tell them, though, 'tis an awful thing to die, 'twas even to thee. Yet the dreadful path once trod, heaven lifts its everlasting portals high, and bids the pure in heart behold their God. Susan Hughes taught second grade in Tasago Elementary School, where she had gone as a child. She loved all children, but had a unique talent for working with students with special needs. A large family lot has just one stone there, although indentations in the lot suggest additional burials. Unfortunately, an early burial book, which could provide more information, was burned in a fire in 1913. Descendants from New York City visited Eliza Rogers' spot, which sold for $10 in 1879, and read her stone, which said she passed at age 15. These two neighboring stones show the actual pictures of the Edmonstons and Brachholtz families who met in Clifton Park after their move from New York City. These families selected Jonesville as their resting place and passed just about the same time. A family member stands at the monument for Joel Hinman, a young man who loved the outdoors and sports and who majored at the University at Albany in geology. Joel passed when his boat capsized during a storm on Lake George. Leslie Seward Van Campen, born in 1913, entered RPI, graduating with a master's in architecture. He entered the Army as a civilian architect, serving in Panama and Burma. He later served in the Army Corps of Engineers before returning to his father's farm in Ballston Lake. He passed in 2005 and left a $10,000 bequest to the cemetery for a new fence. 100 soldiers served our country and rest in Jonesville. John Brennan served in World War II in the Philippines and passed away in 2005. His daughter Carol honored the cemetery by presenting her father's flag, which was raised by an honor guard to fly over the cemetery. We do not know the name of the soldier on the right. We use him to represent all soldiers who fought in the Civil War and who rest in Jonesville. Although the cemetery is not affiliated with a church, the cemetery does hold the remains of 9 ministers. The circuit rider sign identifies these men of God. One minister fought in the Civil War, then became a minister and traveled to a number of small towns before settling in Jonesville. Reverend Thomas McClendon passed away on his ride to the dedication of a memorial in Schuylerville. Soon after the formation of the cemetery, a family bought property for their young daughter. Alice is the only person on the family lot, as her parents rest in Hudson Falls and her sister in Schenectady. No stone identified the child until 2007, when a contribution from a friend of the cemetery was used to provide a permanent marker. One of the smallest stones in the cemetery remembers little Walter Sweet. Sometimes out of great sadness, families honor their children's memories, courage, and uniqueness by forming foundations to fight disease. Two such foundations are the Katie Hoke Foundation and the Nix Fight to Be Healed Foundation. There are over 1,500 individuals interred here. We have shared just a few of their stories. The Jonesville Cemetery Association is honored that their families have selected Jonesville where their loved ones rest in eternal peace. Winter reveals a journey in the snow. Some unknown has left marks for all to see. The distance between the steps suggests height. The depth into the snow suggests weight. The direction reveals a destination. The number of back and forths in the snow, the commitment to the journey. Footsteps in the snow in a cemetery reveal a connection between the life that is and was, between new events and memories, between joy and sadness, between separation and togetherness. Footsteps in the snow in winter mean the relationship continues. Be at peace, dear traveler.